Hello, it is Violetina coming to you today to say greetings from Montreal. Greetings. Well, I am making a vlog and just an ordinary vlog, how my day is going and things like that. So I don't, it's, so, it's come upon us. It's going to be a busy month for me in March. I'm going to have to go to my doctor, and then I'm going to have to go do my income tax. So those things are going to have to be done in March. So what I have not been doing much. I'm doing the same old, same old. I do crochet. I like to do crochet work, and that's what I've been doing, is crochet work. Now, this I'm working on. Am I working on it? Or something. Yes. Now, this is crochet work. Doilies. This is one. It's a bit big. You see, with crochet, you use a thread. You use a cotton thread. Now, you take the needle. Well, I'll have to show. You take a needle and you see the size of your thread. And you take a needle and you see if it. You take a needle and see if it fits in your thread, like that. See how? So then you can make a stitch, a chain. So that's how it goes. By the size of your thread or wool, you see this thread is thin. It's not as thick as a wool. So you use a smaller needle. And you can make, from the pattern that you have, you can make different things. Now, you see this doily? How big and loose it is? How big and loose the stitches are? It's because I made it with a bigger needle. I made it with a bigger needle. That was a mistake. You always go by the size of your thread to see what is the size of your needle. You see this one is smaller than this one. This one is smaller than this one. Let's see if it shows. Anyways, So the smaller the needle, the finer and sturdier, heavier the stitch will be with your thread. Now, if you're using a big, heavy wool, you will need a bigger needle because the thread makes a stitch according to the size of the needle. The thread goes around the needle to make a stitch. So that's how crochet and knitting are done. Now I have done this. It's not bad. I don't know where I'd put it, but I have some more of this wool to make others. Now also what I'm doing, this is a secret. This is a secret. I am making a gift for a friend, and I don't think they watch my YouTube videos. I hope not. Anyway, you see, this I am making as a gift for a friend. Now, what you do, this is a vintage pattern from the 1940s. And what it is, you make this round, not quite finished, and on the edging, all around the outer edging, all around it, you put flowers. So I will make flowers, roses, in this color, red. You see the red roses on this, and the green leaves on the roses, and red. So the roses and the leaves will go all around the border. So it's going to be really nice. I'm doing that as a gift, a little gift for a friend that did me a big favor. Her and her family did me a big favor helping me move. And so that's what that is there. Now, put this away. You see, comes in 2.7 millimeter. That's the big one here. 1.65 millimeter, or US 7. That's the big medium one here. And 1.3 millimeter. That's the little one here. That's a little one. That's 1.65. That's 2.75. That's not very expensive. This was, I don't know, $3.79 or something. Now, that's my crafting business that I like to do. Now, what is it? Let me check. Today is Wednesday, February 27th, and I am going to read a chapter from my book, Simple Abundance, a daybook of comfort and joy. Committing to your spiritual awakening. I don't believe I know Carl Jung. By this time, it's no secret that the simple abundance path is spiritual as well as creative and practical. But simple abundance will work for you even if you're ambivalent about whether God exists. If you consciously work to bring more gratitude, simplicity, order, harmony, beauty, and joy into your daily life, your world will be transformed, whether you believe a higher power is guiding you or not. But if you commit to your spiritual awakening as the most important part of the process, something marvelous will happen. Life will not feel as fraught, as frazzled, or as fragmented as before, because you'll realize that the spiritual, the creative, and the practical can't be separated. They each count. They each mean something. They're all connected. You think you are only making a meatloaf, when really you're ministering to hungry bodies and weary souls in need of love and nourishment. A friend is hurting, so you spend a lunch hour searching for the perfect card to send her. Months later, she tells you how much comfort you conveyed across the miles. A woman calls your small and struggling mail order business looking for a certain item that you are out of temporarily. She can't wait for you to reorder because she needs it for her daughter's birthday party. Instead of sending her away disappointed, you give her the name and telephone number of a competitor who also carries the item. You set in motion a cycle of good that blesses all concerned. A year ago, you might not have done this, but now you know that there is no competition in the spiritual realm. A year ago, you were not aware that every choice you make every day is part of the sacred whole. But as Christina Baldwin writes in her inspiring book, Life's Companion, Journal Writing as a Spiritual Quest, if we ready ourselves with spiritual openness, eventually we will come to the awareness that spirituality is the sacred center of which all life comes, including Mondays and Tuesdays, and rainy Saturday afternoons, and all their mundane and glorious details. A year ago, you might not have believed this could be true, but with each day of the journey, you have become more open to the mystery, the magic, and the majesty of the Mother Plan, because you are committed to your spiritual awakening. You don't have to just believe anymore, because you know. Creating a sacred space. You must have a room or a certain hour of the day or so where you do not know what was in the morning paper. A place where you can simply experience and bring forth what you are and what you might be. At first you may find nothing's happening, but if you have a sacred place and use it, take advantage of it. Something will happen. Joseph Campbell. And that's my reading for the day. Thank you. Bye.